All right, everyone. Hey, this is Gary Nolan with Easy Go Junk Removal. Used to be. Anyway, hey, today is interesting. I had a late call yesterday and picked up a barbecue and a bunch of stuff, and it wound up being good. And I'm going to go dump that. And then I had a call last night, a repeat customer. This is why relationships are so important. He actually called me. He was frantic. And he goes, "Are you the guy?" He goes, "I've called this and that, and I lost your number. Are you the guy?" He was actually searching me out because of my customer service. That made me smile and be proud of what I offer. And so I'm going to be going and taking care of that. That's about a half a load. And then earlier I got a call first thing this morning. So my Google ads are starting to work. If you guys are interested in what I'm doing, I don't get nothing out of it. I'll be glad to share. Private message me, and it's a lot more reasonable than a lot of people do. And I don't do them myself. I don't write them, but there's all kinds of people out there that will charge you arm and leg to set up your Google ads. Well, the guy who works for me set them up for me, and they seem to be paying off. I have had the very best month that I've had, and the last 2 months have been good. The growth has been excellent, and as soon as I started running the Google ads, things really heated up, and I'm talking almost twice what my best month was this last month. And so I'm hoping going through this slow season, it will keep me afloat and keep me rolling, and that's the idea. And of course, on top of that, you don't just rely on Google ads. You rely on your abilities to sell your service. I want to reiterate something here, and it is really important to know. What we do for a living, everybody needs it. Everyone does. And again, as I've said in the past, nobody thinks it's a stupid job. Nobody thinks it's a worthless service. Everybody needs it at one point in time in their life or another, whether or not someone's passing away, someone's moving to an assisted living, whether or not their son, and in fact the guy who just called me this morning asked me, "Can you do this today?" And I said, "Yeah, I can do this today." His son moved out, and he's got a room full, and he says, "I'm going to have more for you." And I go, "Well, you know what?" And this is where you upsell yourself, and this is where you get more confident and you know what your business is. And I go, "Well, you know what? If you can make that happen a little bit, it's better for you, because a half a trailer is more than half of the price." And he goes, "Really?" He goes, "Well, my third car garage has got a bunch of stuff in there. Maybe I can just, have you haul that away too." It's all about the upsell. I'm not trying to get money from them. I'm trying to work with them and give them the best bang for their buck. It also winds up being the best bang for my buck. I've got to drive. This guy's about 4 miles away, and I've got to drive a long way. So I want the best. I want the best bang for my buck. And so it's all about offering your services and listening to what the customer says, and understanding what their needs are. You've always heard, "Hey, that guy could sell ice to an Eskimo." I don't believe in that kind of stuff unless they're shysters, and unless the Eskimo is living in the desert. You see what I'm saying? You have to understand the needs of your customer. Listen very carefully on what they're asking you for. Listen to every word, because they give you information on an ongoing basis. And as you get better and better at this job, and I'm talking about myself, because I'm new at this, right? And I'm learning more and more about it, and I'm becoming an expert. And so the more expertise I get in this business, hey, the better for the customer. Not trying to weasel money out of them or nothing like that. Just giving them the best product that I possibly can. So this day is starting to roll, and we'll just make a video out of it. All right. I'm actually backing up, picking up my trailer, running to the dump real fast. We have a transfer station really close by, and I'm going to get rid of all the metal, and the metal is free where I'm at. And so I'm going to get rid of that, and there'll just be a couple of straggler pieces, and I'm going to go pick up this other load, dump it, and head off to my next load. So it's all about relationships, guys. I'm going to pound that into every video that I can possibly make. Again, this is the one this morning is a repeat customer, and I can't tell you how many times that has happened. People call and call and call. I think I've had one that has called 4 separate different times. Not bad for a 9-month-old company. All right, guys. So anyhow, we'll just keep this day rolling. All right, man. So, hey, 10 minutes later, maybe 15, I got a trailer load, and it's done. I love customers like this because they were repeat customers, and they loaded it along with me. 3 other people loaded it with me, so it might have even been 10 minutes. And the guy who hired me says, man, I just really like the way you do business, and I'm so glad we found you. And he does construction. So again, it's, he does houses. He rebuilds them. Hey, the sun and light. Anyway, so what I guess I'm saying is, that's a relationship being built. Second time he called me, who knows? He'll be on his next job, and he's got a bunch of stuff. He knows I work with him. He knows that I'm going to give him a fair price, and he knows I'm going to show up when I tell him I'm going to show up. And that's another thing that happens a lot in the trades, and we're a trade, guys, and that is people do no-shows, or they promise the sky and they deliver the ground, and that's not the way you do business. You need to do business when you promise somebody, man. You got to stick to it, even if you lose a little bit or don't make enough out of a job, man. You just kind of grin and bear it. It's all about educating yourself on what to charge. I promise you that a lot of people who would do this job would have charged probably $50 more. But I knew last time they helped me load the product, and I showed up, I backed right up to you'll see it in the pictures, right? Backed right up to the pile. We're talking, it had to be 10 minutes. 10 minutes, it was done. 4 people just loading. And it's not that big of a pile. So I'm very thankful for the work. I'm thankful for these people calling me twice. They didn't have to, right? So I'm off to the dumps now and go find out how much this little bit cost. There was residues from the last one. I told you I went to the dumps to get rid of my metal, which I did. I got rid of it, and that weight won't bother a bit. So yesterday's dump fee is non-existent because it wasn't much, and it would have been the minimum at the dump fee if I dumped it. And this way I get to combine. That's another thing you want to do. You want to combine your loads as much as you can. So if, for instance, if somebody called me right now and said, I have a king-size mattress, I'd fly over and get it, because I'll just put it right on top. It won't go nowhere, strap it down, boom, we're done. So anyway, the next step is another job. It's funny because I'm headed about 30 miles into Tucson and a little beyond in another town that's on the north side of Tucson, and got called this morning, and that's the one I was telling you about, and I'm going to fly up there and take care of that. And then in between calls, I got another call, and somebody wants me to haul dirt, and I don't haul dirt. Except for this guy, I talked to him yesterday. I went out and looked at what he has. I gave him an insane price, and he went with it. I'm not raking him, I'm not raping him or anything like that. It's just, I don't do dirt. And I think he knows by the time he hires a dumpster for $350 and he's got 5 yards of dirt, it's going to cost him as much or more, because you get so many tons, right? And then every ton after that gets added to their price. So I gave him a price where I do the labor. It should take me about an hour and a half if I hustle. I'm old, guys. When I had my landscaping company, I was telling my wife this morning, when I had my landscaping, I'd do 20 yards of bark, 20 yards of anything within hours, and I'm not talking the full day. I'm talking hours. Get my snow shovel out and just haul. But rock, get my well, there's two ways I did the rock. I would use a flathead shovel and then a bucket. I would never try to lift. I'd have two buckets. Anyway, that's a long story in a different world. I don't live in that world no more, except for later today. I'm going to live in that world for a little bit and make some money. It's not all about the money, but it is about the money, right? So, and just hoping that the day goes well. So far, so good. All right, guys, keep it rolling. Take care, man. All right, well, that job is done. About 30-mile drive. It was a half a load. Got paid a little better than a half a load. About 20% more. A real nice guy. Oh, something I want to remind everybody to do is don't forget to ask your customers for a Google review. Very important. I am hoping that this one will, and I don't take it personal when they don't. It's no big deal. They will or they won't. It's totally up to them. I've been blessed. I have right now, as of this video, 120, and that is 120 that I've had since beginning this business here. This is my Tucson business, so I am very, very pleased with the amount of customers that have given us 5 stars, all 5 stars, and a good word review. So we're very thankful. This customer here was fantastic. He says he will definitely be calling me back. He was impressed that I showed up the day of. Helped me load it even. I'm getting spoiled. Usually me and my wife load it, and we work together. But guess what? She's out of town this week and won't be back until tomorrow, and so late. And so I've been working this whole week, the last 7 days, on my own. And it's amazing how people will help you load their garbage up. And I'm very thankful, actually. So yeah, that's job number 2. I've got a third one to do. It's dirt. I think I said that before, and I'm not looking forward to it. But it's funny because talking to different people, I found a place to dump it free. Somebody who needs it. And so there will be no dump fees. It's all going to be profit. And I bid high on it. And so that's fantastic. That's another reason I will always say, guys, that you need to build relationships, because even if it's not with a job, it's with getting rid of dirt, getting rid of rock, just knowing your surroundings, knowing the people around you, knowing their needs. That's why I like to throw things to people. There's a couple of guys at the dumps. At first they would just go through my stuff, but now, you know, building a relationship with them, I've learned to find things that they're looking for, and if it's not something I want, I hold it back. I put it in the back of my pickup for them, and it pays off in the long run. It pays off. The other day I came in 3 minutes, I don't know, late, and they put me through. Things like that. I like to tip my guys. I don't know how everybody else does it, but those guys at the dumps and at the transfer stations, build that relationship, because they are worth their weight in gold. They will help you in so many ways, and I'm not talking about saving you money on the scales or anything like that. I'm just talking about in the long run of things. One guy at the transfer station gave me a crossbow. It was really cool. And this is after me giving him thing after thing, but he goes, "Hey, I've got something for you." And he brought me a little handheld crossbow, man, great for rabbits and quail or whatever. And so building these relationships are very important. It's imperative. And so whether or not it's getting rid of stuff, this load here, I'm going to take it by a thrift store that is it works through a local church, not my church, but another church, and they have a whole bunch of like in this area it's Arizona, University of Arizona, and they have, you know, red, white, and blue are their colors, and the whole scheme of the bedroom set is for a kid, and so I'm going to try to give it away before I dump it, just so, you know, somebody else can, you know, help their children out with a theme room, right? It's in really decent shape, so not perfect, got a few scratches, but hey, maybe they can pick it up for $100 or something at the thrift store. Thrift store goes and gives it to the needy or whatever, and I'm happy about that. It takes it out of my hand. I don't have to pay for the dump, and I don't have to add to the landfill. I'm always about not adding to the landfill, keeping my loads as small and as simple as possible. Regardless, though, hey, it's nice to do good things. That's how I look at it. So we're on to number 3, and it's going to be a good day, because if I made this kind of money every day, I'm right where I want to be, and it looks good, guys. The hard work does pay off. Building relationships does pay off. Connecting. So anyway, I'm going to let it go for now, and I'll add the next video to it. All right, guys. These are the colors of our local college here, and I'm donating to the thrift store. We're doing all of these. It's got a mirror, and we're going to donate it to the local thrift store, and they're going to give it away, which makes me real happy. They're going to give it in their free pile, and so I won't have to dump this, and that's what it's all about, guys. Fantastic. So these are really well made, by the way. They're a little dirty, but they'll clean up really nice, and maybe some little boy or girl will have a nice bedroom set all free, and makes me happy. Well, I just got through dumping off some donations. They did take them. They did decide to sell them. They were going to put it out free, and then I think that what happened is they saw the quality of it, and people are kind of crazy about the wildcats in here, and that's a Tucson University of Arizona, and some little kid will just eat that up, and their parents will eat it up, and makes me happy. Number one, it doesn't go in the landfill, and number two, I can just, in the back of my mind, think of me when I was a little kid. I would have loved something like that. You know, of course, mine would have been the Raiders or the Steelers or something like that, right? But anyway, sitting here, I got a call. I actually got one person text me. I tried to reach them back, and I will try it again. And I just got another, hey, can you come over and give us an estimate? Doesn't sound like a whole lot, but since I'm going to the dump anyway, and before I hit the dirt, I'm going to go over and I'm going to go get this job. And hopefully, because I told him my minimum, and he didn't shake he didn't even say anything about it. So I'm going to go and get this job, unless he's just, I'm not ready. It's all about selling yourself, guys. All right, man. Hope everybody's doing good, and we'll just keep this day rolling. All right, man. Talk about a day in the life, man. That ended up being a bigger job. I did land it, by the way. It ended up being a bigger job than like the minimum. I was thinking, hey man, that's going to be the minimum, but it wound up being bigger. Now it is 12:46, and our dump closes at 3 o'clock, and I have no problem getting there with this load. The dirt, however, is where I'm dumping it. That won't be open, I don't think, by the time I get it done. Just depends on how much I want to hustle. Sorry for the shaking. So we're gonna close it down for now, and then pick up when I start loading dirt. All right, guys. All right, guys, don't laugh. I have decided not to use a wheelbarrow. I am using that and that. I have no ramp for this truck, and so I am gonna do these piles. I started from the very back one. As you can see, there's my shovel. So yeah. All right, guys. This is done. Hell of a lot more work than I thought. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Now, I didn't lose, but I sure didn't do well by any means. I'll get back to you here in a bit. All right. It is 5 o'clock. I started that job about 1:30. So 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 3.5 hours. Misjudged that one. I still made really good money, but I am beat. I might be 62 years old, but I'm still in pretty good shape, and I hauled quite a bit of dirt, 2 loads. I'm gonna dump tomorrow. Definitely what's gonna save my ass, but excuse me, is the fact that I'll have to pay to dump it. I found a place, so that's always good. I'm beat. I am one tired man, and I can tell you that's the last time I do dirt, unless it's just a pot here, a pot there. I'm done with that. I used to do that a lot in landscaping, push dirt, shape stuff, make mounds, the bark, the rock, all of that. But I was a lot younger guy, and so I still did well, man. I don't feel so bad. I think I'm going to cramp really well tonight, and probably should have taken more like Gatorade and those kind of things, electrolytes and stuff on these days. Although I don't think it got over 86 degrees, which in the summertime I would have died. This video would never been made. Anyway, so that's the day in the life. 4 jobs. Woke up, needed to make a dump. I went and dumped all my metal. Then I went and picked up a repeat customer. That was fantastic. Then I got a new customer. He says he'll call me again. And that was really cool because he helped me load too. So I had the first one pretty much loaded. The second one he helped me load. The third one, I'm trying to think. The third one helped me load. And actually that was a little more than I thought, and I had to up the price a little bit just to cover. They kept adding, you got to be careful when people start pulling stuff out of closets and stuff. Oh, wow, we got this, and that don't count because it's, I give them a price on what I see, what they tell me is going, and then when you add, a cubic yard, sorry, you're going to go up about $30. That's just the way it rolls, right? So in this area anyway. So then I had to do the whole long thing by myself, the dirt. So I thank God thank God for all the help, right? And I'm also thankful for a sound body and strong body, no back issues or anything like that. I've been blessed with that. And anyway, that's my day. Hope everybody was profitable today. And if not, hit the ground running. And what I mean by that is get your name out there, get your hand out there and shake hands, or fist bump, or whatever they do today, right? Just get out there and, like my wife likes to say, get something in the pipeline. I say prime the pump. It's all the same thing though. Nothing will happen if you do nothing. And it's all about the hustle. It's all about the hustle. I mean, it's been a long day for me, and I'm grateful. Profitable day, one of the better days. All right, guys, if you would do me a favor, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the other side. Thank you.